Hi guys, so let's talk about strategies and tactics for integrative negotiations. We will talk about what makes integrative negotiations different from distributive, the overall process of creating free flow of information, attempting to understand the other negotiator real needs and objective. We need to really go inside what's really they want, emphasize the commonalities between parties and minimize the differences. We can search for solutions that meet the goals and objectives of both parties and both sides. The key steps of integrative negotiation process: how to identify and define the problem, how to understand the problem fully and identify interests and needs, how to generate alternative solutions, how to evaluate and select the alternatives. The factors that facilitate successful negotiations are some common objective or goal, faith in one of the problem-solving abilities. I believe in the validity of one's own position and other perspective, the motivation and commitment to work together, trust, clear and accurate communication, and understanding of dynamic negotiations. We will talk about why integrative negotiations is difficult to achieve. It usually has a history of relationship between parties, and if one of the parties is not been noble and honest, it's difficult to keep trust in the future. The belief that an issue can be resolved distributively, the mixed move nature of most negotiation situations. So let's cover in this chapter why communication during negotiations are important, how people communicate during negotiations, what are the phases model of communication. We're going to discuss the role of perception and perception distortion in negotiations, what frames are there, and perceptual errors when people perceive things differently from the way it's here. One thing is you think about it, and it's a different thing how it's come across. Let's talk about cognitive bias in negotiations and irrational escalation of commitment. We're going to look at the mythical fixed pi belief. We will discuss the anchoring and adjustment to a particular point, how the frames work, available information, what it does. We will discuss the winner's curse and how the overconfidence helps or not to negotiate. Let's talk about the law of small numbers and self-servicing biases. And we will discuss the what it takes and what it does, the ignorance of the others' cognitions, and reactive devaluation. We can discuss the managing misperceptions and cognitive biases in negotiations. So we can reframe things. Okay, how to improve the communication negotiations, and how to use negotiations for listening and role rehearsal. Moods and emotions and negotiations. We will discuss the special communication consideration at the close of negotiations, and we will discuss how to avoid fatal mistakes, how to achieve closure.